Hey everyone, how's it going? Thank you so much for tuning in to another one of my videos. Now, for those of you visiting the city, your eyes are going to be really big with wonder and amazement at the tall buildings, at all of the people, all of the cars, all of the yellow taxi cabs, and the little blue cups of coffee with all the Greek shit going on them. But make no mistake, this city is full of corruption, dirt, and filth. Some people enjoy it here, but people like me are absolutely sick and disgusted with this shit. But thank you so much for watching this much of my video already, for making it through. Don't get me wrong, there's a lot of good things about New York City, but for now I just want to focus on the things that I really, really hate over here. Okay, I don't know where to begin, but I'll try to keep it less than 10 minutes and I'll just talk and rant or something, I don't know. So here we are entering Manhattan, and the first thing that comes to my mind is panhandlers or beggars. Why do I really hate panhandlers or beggars? Because there's a shit ton of them everywhere. It's terrible, it's horrible, it's disgusting, okay? A lot of people appear to be down on their luck, right? Here's the thing. When you go to like Penn Station or Grand Central at nighttime, you'll see a lot of homeless people just sleeping there on the floor, right? And you'd think, there's a lot of homeless shelters, with food and a cot and so on and so forth, so something's just not something's just not exactly 100% right here. New Yorkers are very self-righteous, arrogant, goody two-shoes type of people, okay? They think they're very politically correct, and most of them won't even reason with you. They will just say that you're deplorable or that you're wrong or something, right? They feel like they're above everybody else. So when they're sitting in a subway car and a beggar walks in, everybody opens up their wallets, okay? So a beggar walks into a subway car, for example. He will give a 45-minute speech about why he is hungry, homeless, he needs food, and then he'll walk around, he'll take his hat off, and he'll walk around and he'll collect money from people, okay? And some people will put maybe 15 cents in there, some people will put maybe $1 in there. But out of the whole subway car, out of this whole 45-second speech, the guy earns anywhere between $7.50 to $12. And then he's done with that, and then the train stops, and either he leaves or he goes to the next car or whatever, but he will probably go into the next train car. And nobody taps themselves on the head and goes, hey, wait a second, something's not right here. The man just earned $8. That's enough to buy 8 bagels if he was hungry. And there he is going from car to car to car collecting money. If somebody needs food, buy them food. If somebody needs clothes, buy them clothes, okay? But if somebody's walking around and they're asking for money, right away, something's not right here, okay? And especially if he does it from train car to train car, that's even more suspicious. See, and most of these people, they already smell like alcohol or smell like weed, so really, these people are either drug addicts or alcoholics, and they're trying to fund their habit, and nobody stops to think about this. Nobody. This one particular case that really struck me funny was there where you're driving underneath the BQE and then you make a left turn to get onto the Prospect Expressway. That was really weird because there was this lady who stood there with the sign and goes, hey, I'm a single mother with 3 kids, I gotta take care of them and blah, 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 blah. But there she was wearing brand new Jordans, brand new jacket. And where are her kids? If you're a homeless mother, did you leave them at a nanny? Or are you taking care of them? Because you should be taking care of them. So obviously it was, maybe like a meth addiction or something. The thing is, in the city, I'm pretty certain there are homeless shelters where there are cots, there are food, If you're a charitable New Yorker, give the man, some clothes. Give the man some food. If you're really generous, maybe offer him a job. just in and of itself, sprinkling a little bit of money for someone who probably is a meth addict or something is no good. So beggars and panhandlers are a huge problem in New York City. It's an epidemic, and nothing good is coming of that, okay? Some of these people will be like panhandling in the streets for 5 years. Another thing that bothers me about New York City is the MTA. The MTA is sick garbage, okay? Not only do they butt fuck you as a customer by charging you almost $3 to use the subway and have nothing but delays and inconveniences and so on and so forth. The New York City subways are garbage. You're squeezed into like a cattle car and you're paying for that, okay? I never understood the concept behind the New York City subway, because a gallon of gas is cheaper than subway fare and you'll go a lot further on it. Yeah, sure, it pollutes. Yeah, sure, you know, you gotta look for parking, but, you know, at least in the New York City subway versus car, you know, you don't have to be delayed by, you know, some signals or train conductors or whatever the fuck. You don't have to sit next to a fat man hugging 3 seats, and you don't have to watch some dude jerking off in the middle of the subway. Subways are disgusting, and they are filthy. Filthy. Absolutely everyone sits on those seats. Absolutely everyone touches those poles. Okay, New Yorkers are some of the sick, nastiest, dirtiest motherfuckers I've ever seen. They're like cockroaches, dude. And nobody bats an eye. So yeah, I really hate the New York City subway because to me it just makes no sense. It's cheaper to buy a gallon of fuel. You go a lot further on that 1 gallon of fuel, and then okay, sure, you have to look for parking and maybe pay the meter. But that's not so bad. And then with the subway, you have to share the car with people who smell, people who sweat, people who probably haven't showered, people who probably scratch their balls and touch the poles. People, like, you know, every now and then you get a weirdo who throws up in a subway car or starts jerking off in the subway car. What the fuck? My other complaint is how people treat cars in New York City, okay? If you were to come from Pennsylvania into New York, you'd be shocked at how people actually buy bumper bullies and bumper badgers and bumper busters and bumpers and whatever the fuck, okay? Some people even go as far out as to get pool noodles, string them together and wrap them around their car, because New Yorkers have no respect for another man's investment. You know, you'll have a guy who steps out of a cab, swings open the door, doom, dings your car, right? You have a guy on a bicycle, runs into your car, whatever. You have a guy, you know, who bumped into your car pretty hard and scratched up the bumper trying to get out of a parking spot, and he just leaves. Nobody gives a fuck about your car here in New York City. Nobody. Even though you spent your life savings on the damn thing. You know? And that's terrible to me. I just think it's not right. It's not fair. Some of these people, their priorities in their head are all sorts of fucked up, it looks like, you know? Self-entitlement and disrespect. Another complaint I have about New York City is the way they're like a parasite off of you, and you're like a peasant if you live here, okay? You get butt fucked on taxes left and right, you know? You pay for this and that. They constrict the roads here. They take lanes away. They add bicycle lanes. They change parking regulations. They make everything inconvenient so that it's harder and harder to drive, you know? So people end up buying less cars, and then people end up relying more on the subway. Surprise, surprise, fare increase, right? You know, people living here pay some of the most extraordinary rent rates and taxes, you know? It's ridiculous. A pack of cigarettes costs 15 bucks in the city. Nobody stops and thinks about this. Like, hey, maybe New York City is just capitalizing on something everybody uses, okay? See, they tax alcohol, they tax cigarettes. I don't know if this went through or not, because I forgot, but they wanted to really tax sugar. Now they're going after sodium. Like, and fuel, you know? Everything that they realize everybody uses a lot, they pump out a shit ton of propaganda, and then they fucking jack up the taxes. It's crazy. They just reach into your pockets and you take your money out, you know? They put up all these speed cameras. 30, 35 miles per hour was a good speed, okay? 20 years ago they said that was safe, and now they're saying 25 is safe? 25 is the speed of a bicycle. And then, you know, you got speed cameras, red light cameras. Okay, it's revenue generation. If you live here, they generate revenue off of you. Even the NYPD, you know, these are brilliant individuals working in the NYPD, but whoever's in charge of this thing is, It's basically a mafia. You know, it's named the police, but what they're really doing is they're walking around and they're taking your money. I'm sorry. You know, sure, you know, they serve and protect, but no. They stop you for running red lights on a bicycle in a car. Isn't that, you know, nothing wrong with that except for how much emphasis is on actual collection of money. What else makes me sick about New York City? The people here. The people have a dirty, rotten attitude, okay? If you're walking down the street, someone will more sooner shove themselves right into you and plow you out of the way rather than say, hello, sir, how are you? You know, and that's just because everybody's up all over each other here, you know? I guess it's psychological. Living conditions here are, everybody's clustered together, covered. People treat cars like shit and other people's property by extension. People are pushy and shovey and have an attitude. New York City is corrupt and takes your money, you know. The subways, people are so proud of the subways as an alternative means of transportation, but they're filthy as hell. Everybody's living in filth, okay, and even panhandlers try to take advantage of the person who thinks they have a good big heart. Okay, it's a mean city. You know, the outdoorsman in Alaska is tough as nails, but by his standards in New York City, like New Yorkers are pussies, right? The other way around, however, New Yorkers in these living conditions are tough individuals, and they put up with a lot of bullshit, and a lot of them are still happy for living in such an iconic city, weirdly. But those are some of the things I really hate about New York City, and why I think New York City is full of dirt and filth and bad people. Well, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you so much.